Well, hello, this is Deepakism XI, and this week I know that I said that I would every week from now forward until I was done go through the laws of the universe, but this week I just kind of wanted to share. So unfortunately, I'm not going to give a law of the universe this week, but I did want to talk about the universe, and I did want to talk about the laws of the universe, and I just wanted to share, because one of the feelings, a really great feeling that I've been having this week, is that the clouds are starting to part. The sun is starting to shine. You know, the birds are chirping, and the stars are out, and things seem to really be picking up in a positive way. And I think that one of the things that's responsible for that is the Obama campaign. And why do I say that? I say that because even though we all have our individual consciousness, there's also a mass consciousness or a social consciousness that we all feed into. The energy that we all put into the universe kind of like culminates into a mass consciousness. And I think that with Obama running for president, his campaign of hope and his campaign of change had the majority of Americans and even some people abroad focused on hope and change for months. And because of that, I think we're sort of like in the wake of this hope and change consciousness, and it's just starting to really have some beautiful effects. Some things have started happening in lives of friends of mine and even my own life that are miraculous. And I just always like acknowledging when the universe does what the universe says that it'll do, and when you see evidence of it. So I thought I'd just share a couple stories, and then I'd also share some things from my calendar. If you remember my calendar, there were a couple things that I read so far this month that really touched me, or kind of like drilled down on some of the things that we've been talking about. So just to get started, the first story. A friend of mine has a construction company, and she builds houses and stuff like that. And she went through some very, very difficult times with the whole, real estate fiasco. And she lost all of the properties that she had. So one of the things that she decided to do about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago now, was to get 10 houses. She wanted to get 10 houses. And I think at last count she had like 6 or 7 that she had gotten. And she wasn't really sure how she was going to go about getting this last 3. And a person that she met that she doesn't know that well decided to be a benefactor and asked her did she want them to go in with her and buy some houses. And it was just a miracle. It was a miracle. Of course she said yes, and then this person actually followed through, and they purchased 3 houses. I don't know if it sounds miraculous, but the idea that somebody that you don't really know stepping up and saying, hey, everybody needs somebody. Do you need me to buy some houses? You seem like a really cool person. That is miraculous. So I was just really, really happy for her when that happened. And it just seemed like, wow, that just doesn't happen every day. You know what I mean? It was just one of those things. Let's see if I can hurry this up. Something that happened to me. You guys know that I'm going back to school. Well, I was on this payment plan and all this other stuff. And then my father calls me out of the blue and he goes, this is just between me and you, but I'm going to pay your tuition and your books. And I was like, what? And I started crying, and he's like, oh, come on, it's not that big of a deal. I was like, Dad, you have no idea how big of a deal it actually is. I mean, even the payment plan I was on was going to break me, but the fact that he's going to pay, that's miraculous. My ex bought a TV last year, a nice Philips $500 TV. This year, it just went out. It went blank. Something was wrong with it. So she didn't get the extended warranty. The manufacturer's warranty was expired. So she calls and she's anticipating it's going to be all this rigmarole. Do you know that Philip said, well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to send you a brand new TV, and the box that your new TV comes in, put your old one in that and send it back. No charge, no nothing, no anything. It's just miraculous. Another friend of mine is moving, and she was going through some changes about why she had to do this move and being upset about doing the move, and she's made peace with it. So I say all that to say that I think some things are changing, just the energy of the universe. And I'm curious to know if you guys have seen evidence of it in your own lives. Sagacious Girl shared her follow-up to last week, and I would venture to say that what she experienced is very similar in the respect that people around her are dropping like flies. They're losing jobs left and right. And she's been held in this protective cocoon where basically she's going to go on leave for 6 to 8 weeks and have a job when she gets back. That's miraculous. So I just wanted to share those things because sometimes we get so focused on the negative and get so focused on the evil that's out there, and we don't see the little miracles that are happening along the way. And I'm just curious to know what miracles are happening in your lives. Okay, so the two things I wanted to share, I've shared oh darn it, I was holding a page with a pen and then I just pulled the pen out for whatever reason. I've told you about this calendar before. I said that my sister-in-law got it for me, and that it's very much in line with the laws of the universe and Deepak Chopra. So 2 days that I read were April 30th and May 13th, and they both really kind of struck a chord with me. So I'll read them both to you and then I'll talk to you about it. April 30th said, imagine yourself as a chef in an extremely well-stocked kitchen that contains every imaginable ingredient. And as you proceed, there are many ingredients that are not appropriate for your creation, so you do not utilize them. But you also feel no discomfort about their existence. You simply utilize the ingredients that will enhance your creation, and you leave the ingredients that are not appropriate for your creation out of your pie. Okay, that was April 30th. And then May 13th says, when you give your attention to something that you desire, and you say yes to it, you are including it in your vibration. When you look at something you do not want, and you say no to it, you are also including it in your vibration. When you give no attention to it, you do not include it, but you cannot exclude anything that you are giving your attention to, because your attention to it includes it in your vibration every time, without exception. And what these are speaking to is just being in alignment with your desire, and what it means to be in alignment with your desire. It's not just about, wanting a thing and focusing on a thing and being happy about a thing. It's also not focusing on other things. And if we think about it like, if we just hypothesize that, say God doesn't understand language, but he understands picture, or he understands emotion, or he understands sound, and that's how the universe is constructed to give us what we want. We have to vibe on that energy and on that wavelength, and we have to send those pictures of the things that we really, really want. And there is no judgment on what we want, so there's no way of knowing, or the universe doesn't know if we're paying attention to something that we don't want, or if we're paying attention to something that we do want. All they know is that we're paying attention to it, and so we receive it. So for me, this just kind of drilled down a little bit on the concept of being in alignment and being vibrationally right with the things that we want, and how uber important it is to really focus on the things that we want. And the things that we don't like, or the things that we don't want, are non-existent. They don't exist. They're not things that we should look at and focus on. They're things that simply should be outside of our consciousness, because we are so focused on what we are trying to accomplish, or what we do want to bring into our lives. So that's my Deepakism XI. Just please share with me in the comments below, what miracles have you seen happening lately? What happy little treats have happened? I mean, even if it's just, I don't know, a plant sprouted up in your garden that you didn't think was going to sprout up this year. I mean, I just want to acknowledge the universe for the beauty and alignment and just the abundance that it is. So thanks, guys. Have a wonderful week, and I look forward to hearing from you. Peace.